Morning, everybody.
Morning, bro.
Morning, sir.
Right, so great. Let me see. Today we're doing our presentations based on my list here already. What are the terms of the presentation? Is that 8 minutes, right?
Yep.
8
Eight
slides, 10 minutes.
8 slides?
10 minutes.
Why so good one for your class? The other class, 8 minutes, 7 slides.
We are your favorable students.
Ah, correct answer. First correct answer in the morning. Right. Right. So today that's basically all that we're doing, the presentations. You know why? Because if we get the presentations out of the way, you see, here's the thing, guys. There are a lot of things, a lot of notes, a lot of stuff, but we've already come towards the end where we're finishing off the should I say the challenges in the assignment, which is all the assignment, everything. So we focus on that, right? See, this is 2023. It's not about the knowledge. The knowledge is everywhere. A bunch of notes, a bunch of e-books. You can read that, it's no problem. But we attended to each assignment as we went along, right? And I'm happy to note that all of you are really getting the idea of what it's all about. And then the topic itself is vast, actually. It's really vast. And I say that because I just guided a student to complete their PhD thesis just last night until about 2:30. I think it's about 260 pages. The reference alone is 27 pages, which is the norm actually for a PhD paper. So that was, so what I'm trying to say is entrepreneurship itself is and we weren't even covering all of entrepreneurship, just covering one specific area, which is the post-failure phase of entrepreneurship. Very interesting. So that was done. So it's a huge topic. Maybe some of you tomorrow may even do your own research in this area for further studies and that. It's not difficult, but it's extensive. But of course, at the PhD level, then there are many variables involved. That's the thing. So a very interesting thing I want to share with you, because learning is about sharing what we go through. Day before, Saturday, Friday, I was a chair for a PhD Viva. This is something that students don't get news about, lah. At least when I was studying, no one told me about, because my lecturers were not that good. Sorry to say. Gaddafi is thinking that, oh, sir, but you set the bar too high. Well, that's my standard bar. It's where I order my beers, but that's a different issue. Point is now, so I was, so there are two external professors, and one internal. And this chapo, this was his second Viva. I've never come across this before. I'm telling you this because it's my first time, so it kind of impacted me. The first one, he got suspended. So there is a pass, straight pass, which is extremely rare. Straight pass. Then there's minor, right? Then there's major. Then there's suspended. Suspended. And then the lowest one is like, basically everybody spits on you, lah. Basically, don't come back here again. Never darken our halls with your shadow. It's that kind of thing. That's but mostly people are kind, lah. They want to put you there. If they put you in suspension, basically they've spat on you. That's it. Chan, one of the things that motivates me in my running, you know how I motivate myself? I tell you. So most people take it easy. I'm just running. Nonsense. Take it easy, right? But when I run, I tell myself, every person who overtakes me is spitting on my training. Oh, when somebody overtakes me, he or she is spitting on all my training. That means I trained for 6, 7 months, and they just spat on it by passing me on the route. So can you imagine perasaan kita kan? Bloody hell, spit on my training? Okay, push. But here's the upside. When you pass somebody else, now you're spitting on their training. Aha. So, Kalavi, it's motivation for you to, betul tak? Kalau tidak, pass lah. Most of the runners are like that. You pass me, you pass, okay, nonsense. Don't you dare pass me. Even if you think of passing me on a route, right? Even if you dream of passing me on a route, when you wake up, please apologize. Okay, let's be clear. That's what Muhammad Ali said. Do you know that? Muhammad Ali said that. Muhammad Ali said, even if you dream of beating me, when you wake up, please apologize. Damn cool. La. The bug is damn cool. La. Really, la. If you read about Muhammad Ali, and I read a lot about his biography, and I think the guy is brilliant, But anyway, I digress. Where was I? Yeah, I was at this doofus PhD student. So now, note, both the examiners, the external who suspended him and the internal one is different, but the external one, both are the same. One is a professor from UCSI, Cambridge, and another one is from International Islamic University, also professor. And now I'm the chair, right? So this one calls to, you see, one is, for me, my approach is always to save the student, try lah. Setakat boleh, as they say, right? So, by the way, the student's name is Tilip Murti. Tilip Murti. So my mindset is to save the student book. I mean, the guy's donkey years he spent here, gave up on his social life, and he's sitting here, and he's already failed once. And so this student, so we're thinking about that. And student apparently also had a mental breakdown, right? Okay, never mind. At the start of the presentation, I tell you, Gaddafi, you know how he's presenting? He's putting PDF slides. The PDF, he's scrolling that. That's going to be his slide. I could have shot him, Harry, if guns were legal, tomorrow's headlines will be PhD student got shot by chairman, by the chairperson. That's what it would have been. I mean, for crying out loud, you have an amazing piece of instrument called the PowerPoint slide, right? Which gives you so much flexibility to present well. You're using this. So I asked him, why are you using this? Oh, sir, and he gave me this spiel, on my computer, this one cannot fix. I said, no, you're telling me there's too much information for me, right? What you're presenting there, this is wrong. But sir, I can do it. I can change it again in 1 minute. Okay, fine. I said, I'll give you 3 minutes. And he couldn't. Chan, what would you do, Chan, under this circumstance? Here, I mean, dah lah, apa tu? Jatuh. You know what I'm going to say, right? Dah lah, jatuh. English is a perfect explanation for that peribahasa. Nonsense fellow. And all drop. And one more, big sin, big wrong. You know what it is? And note that his area is not even my area of specialization, right? He spell error in his presentation. I'm telling all of this, you all please take note. Hello. He spelled one author, he spelled Kirkland. I don't even know who the author is because it's not my area, you see, so I don't know. But I have a sense this is wrong. Immediately I check, it's wrong, right? It's Kirkland. He spelled as Kirkland. So you see, what I'm saying is, so most of the time they're shooting themselves in the foot. So at the end, we asked him to finish after finishing everything. But to be fair, he also knew his stuff, and the only thing he did right was not reading from the slide. Itu sajalah. His paper itself was not robust, but most of the students, unfortunately, even PhD, reading from the slide. When you read from the slide, it means you're not a master of your topic. You should put the slide there, and then you should be explaining and have that kind of confidence. That is and that comes from the practice, and that comes from the knowledge that you have of your subject matter, right? So after that, ask him to leave tomorrow when you all do your PhD, like that, no. Then they ask you to leave. So Gaddafi, can you please leave, switch off, go. I want to have a discussion with your examiners. Then I have a discussion. That's where my diplomacy comes into play, right? And you can only be chairperson if you're full professor, you cannot, at least full professor. So that somebody listen to you, basically. So they all come together. So I always put my foot down, but a bit firmly, so that don't talk too much, because sometimes the professor talk too much, Chan. They like to talk too much, right? I'm watching you, Chan. Careful what you laugh at. At this point, you should not be smiling. So these professors are suka cakap banyak-banyak. So I keep it. I said within these few minutes we're going to decide. So I said this is my decision, and I explained why my decision. Right? Then everybody agreed. So far nobody has disagreed lah. If any of the professor during the consultative period disagree, again you read in the newspaper, professor gets shot by chairperson by AK-47 kind of thing. That's sort of shit. So then. So, but I also tak bagi Chan. I said 6 months, minimum 6 months, plus you do the correction, plus it must be approved by the internal examiner and your supervisor before you can be accepted. So I said all this right, sternly, clearly, right? Frankly, if I decided fail, it would have been failed, right? So sometimes I tell my wife, I'm God. I tell my wife I'm God. My wife get very upset, She's very upset. I said, yeah, but whenever the student pass, they say, thank God. I passed the paper, Chan. I'm the one, Chan, I passed it. You tengok Hari, you all laugh. Like you jadi actually you tengok betul tak? You can tell your wife, oh, I'm God. Yeah, so everybody passed it, thank God. Okay, fine. I marked you, I passed you. And that guy should, because I did pass the nonsense guy. I only pity him because he had a mental breakdown on nonsense. But seriously, seriously. So anyway, that was that. It's good insight to you, so that you understand what goes on, And a lot of times, you kena pandai You have to get on the right side of people. You gotta get at the start itself, how you address the people, how you dress, Chan, how you dress is very important. This is a Viva, PhD Viva. You're dressing like you're going to the market. Bloody hell. Already my esteem of you has gone down. You know what I mean? If normal like our presentation, tak apa lah. Tapi you're doing a PhD, even tomorrow when you do your MBA presentation, come on. I mean, take that little bit of trouble lah. When you do that in your office also, you will do the same thing. Your boss see you and see somebody else. One fella seleke, never iron his shirt. You tell me lah, what will they think? You won't go far lah. So these are some of the basic things which is simple to do. Then when you see, it's a human thing, this assessment is a human thing at the end of the day. Yes, it's technical, but it's also human. If I find that you are hardworking, you have tried your best, you have people are trying to save you. People are would like to see you do well. So that's the basic premise of this sort of things. Okay, guys. So today we just have the Chan, you said 10 minutes just now. 10 minutes. I don't know who the fellow wrote those rules. 10 minutes so long I could listen to you. It's going to be hard morning. You better be interesting, okay? I don't know why you all get 10 minutes. The other class got 8 minutes, 7 slides or more.
We try to complete it within 8 minutes, sir.
We can reduce the time, Prof. No problem.
No,
Keep
no,
five-
no. But that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, you see, if I listen to you and I go through that torture, tomorrow I die straight away, I go to heaven because I paid for my sins. That's my thinking. You gotta be smart, huh? You think what?
You're very good to us, sir.
Yeah. I suffer here, not mine. In this earth, I'm suffering only. I
You're
that-
good, Prof. You're good, Prof.
yeah. I admire your patience, lah, guys. Your patience. Oh, hold on. I'm setting the timer now. Since my timer was at 8. You don't believe me? Timer was at 8. Nah, I'm not bluffing. 2 days ago, I had one. So yours is at 10. Okay, fine. So try to keep within 10. Um, if don't worry, take the full 10. It's fine because the small class is small. And then if it's 2 minutes before the end, I will prompt you, right? If you're not aware of the timing, and that'll be fine. So the question now is, who wants to present first? Oh, before I finish. So today is just a presentation. I don't want to add anything else. You know why? I want to reserve next week for the final assessment. You understand? Next week also, I will not be adding anything on. I want to go through the final assessment. I will be giving you the final assessment already, even though I'm supposed to give it one more week later. By giving you, you will have at least 2 weeks to look at the paper, to understand the paper, right? Because you see, guys, many of you are working.
Thank you, God.
And I don't know. And I don't know your circumstance. I don't know. Could be good, it could be bad. Your work could be pressure, your family, whatever. You have that, right? So by giving you early, you have time, right? Maybe 4 days you can't touch it, but after that you can come back to it. The idea is that the opportunity for you to do well, get a good CGPA kind of thing, you know. So okay, guys. The question is, it's a toss-up. Who goes first? You want to go? Anyone? Yeah, you want to y'all can decide. If you don't decide, then
I can go
I will
first.
go alphabetically.
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay, fine. And by the way, for
Okay.
those of you who have presented, if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to leave, you can leave. It's no problem. I don't want to take up your time. Okay, guys. So can you put up your slides then?
Hold on. I need to open up the file.
Sure.
So, sir, do you do your morning run this morning?
Now, I never run the mornings. I run the evenings.
Oh, evening.
Yesterday we didn't run because yesterday had carolers came to my home. So we were busy with those people.
Okay, I got it. How do I
So
do
guys,
this?
after those who have presented, you will get your marks straight away if you check your UROCs once you presented. And those who want to stay on for the rest of the presentation, you can. Those who want to leave also can, because no issue.
Do we still have to submit the presentations in Europe?
Oh no, you have to put your presentation onto UROCs before you present.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, before
I
all of you.
haven't. Should I put it now?
Can you just, yeah, please do, please. Oh, no, man, you do it after this, lah.
Do it
you
after
put it
the
up
class or after the presentation?
After, can.
Okay, all right, thanks.
The rest of you, please put it onto UROCs.
Okay, screen. Full control to second. Okay. Sir, can you see?
Wait. Yes, I can. That's clear. Can you put it on full screen mode, do you think? Okay, that's fine.
Sir, are you only seeing my presentation screen or I'm in the small little window as well?
No, it's taking up the whole screen.
Okay.
The rest of you, can you see the slides, right?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, fine. Okay, are you ready to start, John?
Yep.
Okay, you can start now.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Sorry that I didn't comb my hair and I didn't dress up properly. Okay, today's presentation is by me, Chan Kong Yuan. It's about idea of a tuition center, which I call it Mindscape. The idea actually comes from concerning questions. Why is the Malaysian intellectual capital declining? And what can be done to elevate the standard of education and professionals' development? It's evident that our intellectual capital is facing a decline, but we are not here today to talk about the problems, more of the solutions. So let me introduce to you Mindscape Tuition Center. Mindscape, sorry, how do I go back? Yep. Mindscape Principles is about to elevate education standards and bridge the gap within our education system and also increase the public school teachers' income. We are committed to providing free tuitions to primary school students in Selangor to ensure that every child has the equal access to supplementary educations. Other than traditional subject, our common public schools syllabus, Mindscape offers a diverse range of modules, including STEM, IGCSE, and also foster critical thinking, creativity, and also comprehensive development among our students and to the public school teachers as well. In this business, Mindscape viability assessments was perfect. We use the famous Xavier high growth instruments to evaluate the scalability, replicability, and also the long tail model. In addition to that, we employ Bunny sustainability instrument as well, analyzing the uniqueness and adaptability of our initiative. These assessments are crucial to ensure that the Mindscape not only fulfill its immediate goals, but also to thrive and sustain its impact in the long run. Mindscape approach is to engage with our primary school sectors, young Malaysian students, and the public school teachers in Selangor. So in this initial stage, we are launching this program in Selangor State, and hopefully in the long run, we can expand it to other states as well. So our customer segments focus on this young group and experienced teacher, as we believe it takes time to make a change, especially when it comes to a person mind and behavior. The value propositions for students is about offering more than just free tuitions. It's about broadening their mind through creative thinking, innovative, and shaping their mind to think like a leader. For teachers, it's not just about the knowledge that they have that they can transfer to the students, but also having additional income and professional development as we do provide trainings and developments programs for the teachers. The channel strategy that we utilize is using the existing infrastructure like the public school and also community centers. This is to ensure easy access for both the students and the teachers. It's convenient and to minimize our cost of operations. Customer relationship strategy, we focus on the collaborations and also ongoing support. We aim to adopt an environment where teachers and students can work together, cultivating a more dynamic learning experience learning ground that encourage both growth and also mutual respect. Mindscape financial sustainability derive from a few avenues. Of course, the funding from the government. We're working closely with MBI Selangor, the Menteri Besar Investment of Selangor. Menteri Besar Incorporations of Selangor. Funding from government is important for our education initiative. It is our primary source of funding, especially in Selangor. This program, as I mentioned, is funded by MBI Selangor. We have others initiative to raise and also to create more financial avenue derived from collaborating with various businesses for sponsors and support. We also seek contributions from philanthropists, especially those who are passionate and aligned with our educations and goals and objectives for further development. Forging an alliance with private entities and NGOs to strengthen our financial standing as well. In the same time, we organize events with the community to make sure that the community engagements are there while raising funds. We will continue to explore additional revenues sources to secure Mindscape financial resilience. Mindscape operational success is very much dependent on a few key resources as we needed, like educational materials to provide more extensive supporting material to widen the scope for diverse subject so that the student will be able to understand it easier and looking at things at a different perspective. We also need a dedicated teams of teachers to support this program. That's the reason why we are giving out trainings and development programs for the teachers to enhance their skill and also their knowledge in terms of when it comes to educating the younger ones. Accessible venues. That
2 more
is
minutes, sir.
what? Okay. Okay. Infrastructures, we will be using the existing public school and also community centers, and of course the primary funding is actually from MBI Selangor. The key activities will be from we will be implementing a comprehensive curriculum using the existing public school syllabus, STEMs, and also IGCSE. The teachers will be providing the teachers with training and support development programs. 2 more minutes. Key partners of Mindscape in this program is MBI Selangor, as the fund and also the support is from the Selangor government, as we are getting grant from the Selangor government. Other key partnerships are diverse, from collaborating with public school, universities to create more comprehensive program, and also the local communities to ensure their participations of the younger ones. The cost structure of Mindscape is very straightforward, as our funding comes directly from MBI Selangor. It's mostly on the operational expenses, primarily on the salaries, education material, and also the program development. We have identified a few key risk factors. This range from like recruitment challenges in securing qualified educators, and also as the primary funds coming from MBI, so that
Time's
might
up.
Thank you, everyone. As we have
Right.
the contingency plan, exit plan, what if the business success, what if the business fail, and also the sustainability of the business. Thank you, everyone.
You have all the plans, but people must hear the plan. But the time's up, so people couldn't hear the plan.
I should talk faster.
See, guys, it's practice lah. It's practice with the time. It's all about practice. In a presentation, when we used to do it, a minimum times you would present, practice your presentation is 15 times with the timing, right? So that you will know it even in your sleep. So when you present, even if anything happens, you are always understanding exactly what you're presenting. So timing is crucial. And I want to tell you this, because never mind, you made a mistake here, but in the research project presentation, when they give you 20 minutes, guys, they are strict. In a Viva, if it's 30 minutes, it's strict, you know. There's no going over. There's no going over. So, so in this case, so on the negative side, if I just point out some the negative side things. One is the slides transitions were taking too long. You were losing about half a second, if not 1 second, between the slides transition. Don't use any that sort of thing.
Slow,
all
sir.
this,
Slow, sir. Let me write it down. Okay, okay. Slide transition. Okay, yes, sir.
you know why? Because PowerPoint's got a lot of fancy stuff. I know that. Right, I've used that. But in a formal presentation, be it in your office or be it in a formal presentation, you can't do that. If you're presenting to a board, they don't have time to see any fancy stuff coming in. So that's one no. Secondly, if you go back to the slide where you talk about Barney's instrument.
Okay.
My question to you is, what is verity? There's value and then there's verity. What is verity?
Rarity.
Thank you. So that means you spell error. What did I tell you is a major no? Spell error, right? See it happen. So this is the thing. If you practice sufficiently and you go through, then you will spot those errors, or you can even do a spell check on it. So that's the other thing. So those are the shortcomings. I'm not going to go into the detail of the substance, because this is a presentation and how to cogently or to succinctly put your ideas into the thing. Here's another thing I want to share with you. If you do a research project, or you do an assignment that's very large, very complex, so but then the lecturer say, hey, you can only do it in 5 slides, 6 slides. How? You got so much. You've written 5,000 words. How do you do that? It's a judgment call. It's called a judgment call. That means you decide what you think is most important to communicate this project. You put in there. You're not putting everything. You can't. Right? So what students usually do, firstly, they didn't practice, plus they will take chunks of information and dump it inside. That also won't work, right? So anyway, that's something to be careful about. The other thing is, on the plus side, what happened is your elocution is clear. That means we listen to you, we can hear, and the way you pronounce the words. So today, some of the students will actually come up to me and say, oh, sir, my English is not good, sir. Saya tak pandai lah, so I cannot pronounce the words. Again, I feel like giving them one. You know why? You just have to go to Google. You don't know how to pronounce the word right. Let's say paradigm. You and your paradigm. Go and put paradigm and click on the damn thing, man. He'll tell you. Chan, yes, na? Chan, yes. You click on. So those days, yeah, sir, I cannot pronounce. Now you cannot pronounce because you got to do first. Okay, never mind. So that's the elocution. But so Chan's elocution is very clear. So that's a good advantage that you have. Not noisy. Your slides were not noisy. Pleasantly. Most people's slides have too many things around it. No. Your slides were very clear, and the words you use, I would say, is quite good. You could have reduced it a little bit more, but it was enough for me to quickly read it, at the same time listen to you. If you put too many slides, you know what's going to happen? I'm reading the slides, I'm not listening to you. People are like that. They won't be sure. Okay, so I think those are the good points. So presentation wise, so overall it's not bad. Obviously, you had all your substance. It's just that here's the thing: your most important contribution, Chan, was the last part. The last few slides are very important. We know you are explaining the background. That one you could have gone and measured the timing and maybe even taken out 1 or 2 slides and make it smaller, and then you could have spent more time at the end. This is I don't know how to say, but a mistake that all students make. And then they start off in their salutations taking too long. The slides movement is too long. Every half second adds up. At the end, you are timing wise. But otherwise, I think overall, Chan, the idea is there, right? Always think like this, guys. Always think when you are in a boardroom or in an important forum, presenting, let's say for Chan, this Mindscape thing could have been a survival thing, meaning to say that he's presenting to very important people. Maybe even the Menteri Besar's personal assistant, Menteri Besar himself is there. How?
No, I did.
So no, what I'm saying is, so timing is important, isn't it? These people's timing is important. You can't go there and just simply,
I did present this project to the Menteri Besar.
Yeah. So exactly. So I assume you kept to your time, right?
It was quite long.
Oh, the Menteri Besar had a lot of time.
Because one of my friends was being appointed as the chief strategic for MBI. That's why we are proposing this. This is an actual project that's going on.
No, it's a good project.
So
There's nothing wrong with it. But oftentimes, in formal situations, there's a time limit.
Yes.
If you, let's say, if you wanted, I don't know about the Menteri Besar, Malaysians, Menteri Besar got a lot of time. Huh? But the point is, when you go to a VC, a professional VC, they got no time. Their timing is fixed because they're not only talking to you, they're probably talking to a few other people and considering because it's funding, right? So it depends. So this is my point, right? And also you want to, by keeping it succinct, it keeps people's interest. You may say, okay, I did 1 hour. But in that 1 hour, at which point did the guy's mind went back to, I think I want to have some nasi lemak. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Things like that. So basically, you want to capture that attention. But never mind. So it's all done and good. So good and good presentation. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
So who's going next?
I can go next.
Can just put up your slide then. Right. So let's see. Okay, I can see that.
All right. Okay.
Are you ready to start?
Yep, I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Start. Yeah.
All right. Good morning. All right. Today I'm going to present about the project, namely Safe Kit Trackers. Actually, this Safe Kit Trackers is mainly, by the name itself, it shows about we are going to track. We are creating a technology of tracking kids, especially for disabled or special need kids. Why? I will let you know why the reason behind I'm going into Safe Kit Tracker for special need kids. So the overview is I'm going to go for about 6 or 7 slides only. It's not that many, but the focus is on why itself, why the project are planned for this, the resources and the team required to develop this, the overall BMC overview, which is 9 blocks, and last is the impact of the Safe Kit Trackers to our society, to our environment, and to ourselves. So the introduction itself, Safe Kit Tracker is a GPS monitoring device. I believe everyone knows there is lots of trackers in the market. There is, for example, Apple tracker, Samsung tracker, and everything. But there is a problem of that trackers. The reason why we need trackers is lots of parents wanted to monitor whereabouts of their kids. Sometimes when their kid away from home, they need to know life, what they do, where they are, and everything. So to keep peace of mind. But in the market, the solution of tracker is very expensive, and not everyone able to have it. So by having these Safe Kit Trackers, we are going to change the way the tracking GPS monitoring device available in the market in terms of pricing, in terms of features, and in terms of how to obtain it and how it can be available for everyone, especially parents and community and schools. So the concern is right now we heard a story about missing kids in the market. Missing kids in the country. The latest news of Adik Ryan itself. I mean that if the parents have a proper tracking safe kid trackers, I believe we can avoid these mishap issues. I mean that the kids was missing and other things as well. There is a story of missing kids increasing day by day. Is based on the report itself, almost 700 cases was reported this year. And we need to do something about it. We need to put extra layer protection for our kids, not just for special kids. The reason why I choose special need kids because first is a less market ventures by businessmen. And also second, I also have a special need kids and I have trouble tracking them. So I wanted to have a solution that able to cater the needs of them. So that's why the development of the safe kid trackers itself able to mitigate the kids with special needs. Sometimes kids that cannot non-verbal, kids that cannot talk to adult, show his emotions, her emotions. So this tracker can help the parent itself to know if in the event of emergency. For example, the emergency mode, it able to create a distress, or it can able to tracking the estimated arrival in destination using live tracking. And also the last one, it able to detect fall detection and shade activation in the event of emergency. So overall, there is 3 parts of resource and development for this project. First, we're going to look into management and technical team. Management, obviously, we need a proper, solid management team that able handle to sales and operation of the project itself. And also, we need to look into the legal because this technology required knowledge about how we can provide more value to the special need kids. On the technical teams itself, we need system development by software engineer. We need data scientists that evaluate the data. We need cybersecurity that able to handle the data security. We need R&D to continuously improve the solution. In terms of technology itself, we need some solid cloud infrastructure or server infrastructure to host the application itself. We also need financial and capital itself because this project required huge amount of capex and also opex throughout the project development. And the most important thing, we need to have a very advanced tracker and GPS, not just in terms of technology, but also cost-wise. In terms of partnership engagement, there is 3 parts that I have identified, which is education center, meaning schools, primary schools or education schools. Next is government, ministry, and agency that related to special need kids or kids. And the last one is the NGO, corporate, and private agency that interested into this technology. So this is basically the business model that I have constructed using BMC. But I'm not going to overall of the BMC. The focus that I'm going to do today is on the revenue stream at the lower side. There is 3 ways of the revenue side that the company can get based on these safe kid trackers. First is subscription model, which is it covers all for monthly and annual subscription based on tracking services. They can get all features, and based on each features, they're going to pay it monthly. Next is freemium model, whereby this is the model that will be available and they get the premium features that not for free, but with a smaller price compared to the subscription model. The last one is government and NGO grants. This one we're going to help families or society or education or community that has less fortunate or need help from external funding for them to be able to get the safe kid trackers. So these 3 models, revenue stream, will help the company to sustain and also develop more features and continuously running the project. in the future. So what is the impact of the SafeKit trackers? Yes, it is a revolutionary child safety to improve our security in our society, but it's not just a product and services. First, we are going to enhance and empower child safety. The parents, the community, the kids will, the parents itself will have peace of mind. And when they have a peace of mind, the community can be developed into be a healthy community because they know that their kids is safe. The third one is support for educational and childcare institution. The organization that support this education and childcare institution will have ability to know how to understand their kids better, and also it also improve community awareness and inclusion about special need kids, especially. And the last one, it is baseline precedent of future technology development. This SafeKit tracker will help other company or be a precedent for other company to develop more and advanced features that is available for everyone.
2 more minutes.
Yeah, I think that is for about SafeKit traders. So I hope everyone understand. And if you have any question, just let me know. Thank you.
Right. So that's well within the time. So that's good, I suppose. So your slides were very clear. Very clear. You see, the thing is, guys, here's the thing, one is the technical aspects. The other thing is just like Chan's presentation and yours, even if, let's say, you don't have all the information that's up there, but what is the feeling that people get? People say, hey, I listen, interesting. I think later I want to ask him about this thing. Why? Because it's not there. You can answer everybody's question. You can't put everything in there, right? Like I told you, it becomes too wordy, too noisy. So your slides were definitely not noisy, but both of you, what happened is the feeling you get is like, I want to ask some more. This is what you want. Because the point of the slides at the end of the day on a practical note is not to answer all questions, but to elicit an interest. If you do that, you're well on your way. Then later on when you're having coffee with them, they'll say, hey, let's chat some more. Then you have more time, all right, to address each individual. So your elocution was good. The slides were good. They were not too noisy. It's enough. Yeah, I could read very quickly and then go back to listening to you. So that was fine as well. Right. So that kept it clear. The only one snag there was your BMC model. In as much as you put there and you say, look, I'm not going to be discussing this, but you put it there and with all those things there, even though you're not referring to it, right? It would have been better if you put that there in the background and then you introduce an overlay of the point that you were making, right? You made those few key points, which is correct. So, but you should have included an overlay. Sebab that one should then fade into the background and then you introduce an overlay. Later on, shortly, since you brought up this issue, later I just remembered I have one example of a slide called the Volkswagen slide. I'll show you later and how that is done. So many people were saying that, oh no, how am I going to do this? I only have 7 slides or 5 slides. I'll show you a trick how you can actually have much more. It's learning lah, guys, so all of us can benefit. So well done, Galafi. Thank you very much. Hairi, are you all set?
Yes, Prof.
I forgot all about the Volkswagen one, but sometimes like that, when I review the student, then something comes up, then we remember, that one would be useful for you guys. Okay, great. Can you put it on slide presentation mode?
Oh.
Okay. Right. Okay.
All good?
All good, all good. Are you ready?
Yes, Prof.
You can start now.
Okay, very good morning. So I'm from Artfish. I'm even wearing an Artfish shirt today. Right. So Artfish means we have an art, which is we put some twist on it. So this project is recently is my project for KL Fashion Week. Back on August. We twist a bit for the sustainable fashions. This actually started in Malaysia, just started 3 years ago, where we focusing on the sustainable fashion to support the SDG goals. So this is a part where I cover. As I mentioned before, we just started 3 years ago for the sustainable fashions. A few fashion designer already started up. Hatta Dolmat, we have Circles Clothes, we have a BGBG initiative in Malaysia. So Artwist is just one of it. So as a part of under SDG goals towards 2030. So as our aims is to deliver to fight with the fast fashion industries as a fast fashion dilemma now to promoting sustainable fashions for greener future. We go to the, sorry, I need to move my, okay. So the customer segments, we have a quite huge of eco-conscious customer, which is actually they prioritize the sustainable. But well, yeah, as a Shein, as a Shopee, and also recently Zara and Uniqlo, they are already starting up to sustainable fashions. Uniqlo now become one of the biggest sustainable products in the world, but not covered in Malaysia. They just started in Japan only. But in Malaysia now, yeah, I can say that people are changing to the sustainable fashions. So fashion forward individuals, they what they like is actually they like the difference. When we're talking about the sustainables, they don't want to be same as others. It's the different products and every different models. And as we do a research for the young professionals and millennials, Gen Z, most of it, they love styles. They love the OOTD. And they love to be different. And then they are the one who are driving a demand for the sustainable fashions. The value propositions. So we have eco-friendly materials at the moment. Now we're starting up with the organic cotton, recycled fabrics. So how the Artwist started, I talked to my friends work in the military where they just they burn all their uniforms and with the value of about 5 million a year. So we just take it and then we just upcycling it. We not recycles, we upcycling it and we do a little bit tweak of design. We change the clothes, the uniform to the tote bag. We do some on as the duffel bags. So that's come to the unique design. So we work with the Hatta Dolmat to come up with the latest and trendy original styles, which is actually what the markets want. And we always do a transparency. We show how the process. We put all the design, all the outcome of the product with the numbers, which is actually okay. This is how we do it. This is where we get the materials, and we show everything. So I have a store in Tamadin Square, Cyberjaya, and also we have a few collaborations with the Sham store with the circulating clothes. We also quite active in the social media platform. So but we not go to the because it's a sustainable. We always seek for the what I can say. We always seek for the materials because the material is not always there. It's always come when they have it, the material, because it's sustainable material. If they want to dispose it, then we just take it. But not all the materials can be used to upcycling. Some of it is really, really, really worse. Then we have to we have to reject it. And we joined a few pop-up stores in Fahrenheit 88. They have a sustainable month in October. So we also joined a few events in Publica. So this is more into marketing, which is actually, and also to immerse a sustainability showcase to the peoples. So this is how Artwist goes to the customer relationship. On the community engagement, we sharing sustainable living ideas. We always share also in our social medias about the importance of sustainables. The on the customer support, uh, the effective problem solutions and ongoing support. We always ensure the customer satisfaction. So what they want, as their journey towards a sustainable choice. And the specials about Artwish, we always tailor as the customer interactions and individual preference. So we have the materials, we have a standard design, but sometimes they want this, they want to use this, and they want to use this. So we always tailor to what they want to be personalized. Then this is as I mentioned before, the key resources and activities, the sustainable material supplier. So this is quite tough for us as we want the constant sustainable material suppliers, but at the moment we only take from Malaysia. We have a military, we have a bomber, we have a customs and some other government agency. And we have a good design and production team. We have Atta Dolmat in our team. We have Bostami Ahmad in our team. So, and the digital infrastructure now at the moment, we only work on the social media. We have Facebook, we have Instagrams, and some other more. So this is the team on the management part. And so the key partnerships. So we have eco supplier.
2 more minutes here.
We have an eco supplier. We have a few NGOs that work as an eco supplier, and also the environmental organizations in Malaysia. So the collaborations as the BGBG initiative, they collaborate with us. They have a quite huge supply. The cost structures. So first of all, material cost is quite expensive when we're talking about the sustainable stuff. And productions and operations. Of course, the marketing and sales in order to share more about sustainable patients, employee salaries, of course, and the balancings of the cost structures. That's all, sir, for today.
All right, thanks, Harry. So that's good. Right, so the visuals are very good. They're very clean, very compelling visuals, I would call it, in the sense that you would see it, you think about sustainability and the kind of backdrop. So the visuals definitely A-class visuals, very clean slides. Your slides were not noisy, not clumsy, not saying not clumsy, but not noisy. There are not many things around it. So I'm not distracted. When people look at it, people see that one. The other good thing about your presentation was your story, the story of the army. You said that. So that was suddenly like very interesting to listen to, right? So every time when there's a story, people want to listen now. Once upon a time, everybody wants to listen to something. So all of us can learn from that. All of us should say that, what can I share about this that is personal to me, which you don't know about? You can read any book, you can go and Google, but this story you don't know because this is my experience. I'm sharing this with you now. Wow, that's like everybody can dengar. So Gaddafi had a great opportunity for that, and so did Chan, because just dealing with education kind of students. Which student? Let me tell you about this student called Arif. Arif was a boy who came in and he was facing some challenges. Chan's story, everybody will listen to him. Right now, yeah, we know you're doing this, but hey, so the attention. So the purpose of a presentation is that attention. That is why in an actual presentation, normally the timings are very, very short, sometimes 3 minutes, sometimes 5. Now you're probably wondering why, but if you practice that, you know what happened? In order to succeed many times, you have to talk to many people. Some people you talk, they're not interested. And you can't be spending time with many people right now. Nowadays it's very difficult. So whoever you spend time with, when you're sitting and you meet at a dinner, in the 3 minutes, they ask, what do you do? Ah, that's your cue. That's your cue. Boom, the time is running. Achan, you're telling them all about it before they have their beer. Because if they have their beer, they are not listening to you anymore. They are dancing the Bhangra up there. Hey, let's not talk about my life experiences. I mean, what the heck? Why am I always bringing this in? I don't know. So the other thing, Hari, your speech, Hari, you're not talking to your friend in the coffee shop. No, your speech is disjointed, right? So if you listen to the rest, you see that their speech are all one, and it's just following through, right? Time for thinking is not now. In the presentation, is not time to think. Presentation, you thought already, you planned it already. Now you're presenting it. This is what is called a presentation. Not the time like, it's
Understand, bro.
not the time. Just something to be aware of. And then you also interestingly mentioned Dolmat or something. Did you mention something like, who the hell is that? Dolmat?
Hatta Dolmat, yeah.
So you mentioned things like this, like you are so familiar with it, yes. But the rest of us, who is this Dolmat? We don't know. It's not only you, Ari. Anyone in their own industry have their own jargon. Sometimes they use abbreviations. Sometimes they are personalities. You know, others don't know. So you must take that into consideration as well. The audience, right? The audience is different again. But overall, I think it was all pretty good. All right, guys. So that was well done. And let me now take this opportunity to try and look up the one I told you about. Let's see, if I can find it. The other presentation which I can use as it's got nothing to do with what we're doing, but in terms of presentation proper. Oh, okay. The funny thing about learning, guys, is that we have so much information or so much, but until the student ask the question, raise the question, then we otherwise it's nothing, Otherwise I'll have just finished, ended the class, gone. But because something happened, so that is why interaction in the class is very important. So it's sad to say, sometimes even in the MBA classes, you won't get that. Everybody just keep quiet. Nobody wants to say anything. Nobody asks a question. Everybody thinks they're going to ask a stupid question. There's no stupid question, really. There's only stupid people, but no stupid questions. Now you're worried. Okay. I show you. What for? I don't show you. I show you. Sure, I show you. Am I doing it? Yeah, this screen now. Where's my okay. This is a presentation some time ago on comparing Volkswagen and Ford at an international level. But that's not the point of my showing you. I want to show you an example of, let's say somebody says, oh, you can only use tomorrow, any lecturer say you can only use 7 slides, 8 slides. No problem, sir. Even 1 slide or so I can present for you. Show you. Okay. So this is Volkswagen and Ford, right? Let me just move this bar away. Okay. So this is Nora, this is 1 slide. But what's happening in here? Can you see? 1 slide. 1 slide. Second slide. Third slide. You see my point now? Bloody, this could do, there could be 5,000 words. Only thing you're timing, like, you gotta, but slides wide, no problem. Slides wide. And you notice the visuals. Interesting, few words. And imagine when you're explaining this in your own words, and then these key points, asking a question. Why? How come? Why not? Capturing the audience attention. Like just now, Harry did. He suddenly mentioned taking the clothes from the army and how they would go to the army and grab the. Oh, that's a story, man! I didn't know that. I was like, that's cool. It's interesting, isn't it? I'm learning something. I'm interested. So this is the, this is the key lah. So there are many ways of doing this lah. I'm not saying that this is the only way. You guys, I'm sure with your creativity, you all can think of other ways. Basically, when you have something challenging, then this is by having a picture. See, like Harry's picture, especially, you know, it depicted sustainability. It depicted those sort of things. Very powerful, very interesting, right? And always remember, especially for your more and more the people you're presenting to will be younger people. Even the VCs that you meet will not be like the ones that I've met. Those are the older guys. Those guys are gone. All right. So the younger ones, and their attention span is only so limited, and they're all only interested in going out and having their coffee. So you better finish fast. So the history of Beetle and everything across the world. So crazy lah. So you get what I mean, right? So it's something that you can do to, in a way, slightly get around the slide issue. But nothing can take the place of practice. You practice and you put your timer there and you practice and you practice and you practice like that. So if you do that, then it becomes really, really good. And I want to tell you this, that in your research project tomorrow, in other things on the academic side, they will not compromise on timing. Why? Because guys, when you do your research project, there will be about 5 or 6 people presenting in that block, you know. You know what I'm saying? They cannot allow like Chan to come in and say Chan, take another extra 5 minutes. Then Gaddafi come in, take it another 7 minutes. Cannot, because when you do that, at the end, the timing, it won't work. Because there's so many students, there's a morning session and then there's an afternoon session. If you eat into the afternoon session, the break time becomes very short. Then it becomes a problem. And then sometimes, especially if they're external examiners, more so. You cannot take up their time because they might have a class, they might have a meeting like that. So you'll be smart now. You keep to the timing, everybody will appreciate it, right? And it's important for you as well, so that you can get your message across. The other thing is, I want to just emphasize before we end, is judgment call. Judgment call. So you can see a Chan's slide. He put all the slides that are relevant. He could have added a lot more things. Yeah, no, you could have added a lot more things if you wanted to add. But you don't. You took a judgment call. This is correct, right? You put a judgment call. What exactly you want to put and what you want to emphasize. This is the way to go. All right. So that's about it. Those are the final points about it. Right. So I want to thank everybody for that. By the way, did you know that Volkswagen owns all these brands? Crazy, yeah. Volkswagen itself is a crappy brand. Do you think Volkswagen is a good brand? I think it's good. You know why? My judgment is colored because Dato Sri Zabid had a Volkswagen Passat those days. You know, not those days, a few years back only. The brand new Passat. Passat was a really junky looking car, right? Almost 2 to 3 times he had to have his car towed, you know, because it'll stop and it'll not move. Yeah, it'll just not move.
Oh, that bad, bro.
Yeah, that bad, The Passat, Passat, P-A-S-S-A-T. Volkswagen. So it colored my impression of Volkswagen. So I always think that Volkswagen is not the, just like Audi also, Audi also doesn't, at least in Malaysia, don't you think that Volkswagen is a bit of a, I don't know.
Overpriced car?
Huh?
Is it an overpriced car?
Overpriced, not the best, not reliable, maybe. I mean, that's my impression now. But having said that, in their stable, they've got like the Bentley, they've got Porsche, huge lah. This is Volkswagen is a huge company. Anyway, so thank you guys for this session. Don't forget next week, we will still have a class. Even though I'm very much in a celebratory mood, but hello, and don't you know it's winter here in Malaysia? Isn't it wonderful? It's Christmas and it's winter. It's raining so cold every day. So next week we will do the final assessment. I will provide you with the questions and everything, so you can have a chance to look at it. Right, we'll just run through briefly, and the rest you can prepare your answer and everything. And then I'll give you the 2 weeks or so. Then you can just submit. That's done. Then it's done already. The whole thing's done, right? No problem at all. Okay, so that's it. You've done a great job. And do you all, how many more subjects you have after this? I mean, you have another semester or?
Yeah, another one. I think. Not semester. Maybe another 2-3 subjects. I think.
Oh, okay. Is it the same for all of you?
Yeah, final
Yes,
semester.
yes, Prof.
Final
Ah,
subject. 3 of us.
perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, that means you'll be graduating next year, October.
Yes,
Ah.
we'll be seeing you, sir.
But that's a sad thing, isn't it? If you were finishing like say in June and then you graduate after 2 months, this time you graduate a bit, you finish early because of the
Yeah.
timing lah. Then you have to wait because there's only one convo per year.
Once a year.
I
We
know
we
of-
believe we
What's that?
believe during the conversation we only remember your class lah, Prof. The rest might be
Yeah.
forgot already lah.
such a lie. Such a I think you got I don't know lah. I blame myself only lah. I don't blame other people. I blame only myself for creating such. But anyway,
As Chan mentioned, thanks God.
hey, I didn't say that. I scratch that from your mind. I'm going to get into trouble for sure.
These words from your admirers, sir.
Next, but wow, 2024, you all get to wear a funny hat. Wow. 2024, something to look forward to. And after that, each of you will do your doctorate. 2 to 3 years down the line, I have to say, hi, Dr. Gaddafi, how are you doing? Hey, don't say no. You all are, I'm telling you, the 3 of you are fully capable. Okay, don't let anyone tell you anyway, because compared to all my master's class also, you all are above average for sure. I guarantee you that. Okay, so you're well on your way, and I'm very confident you'll do well. Okay, guys. Okay, I will see you next week and we prepare for the final assessment. Okay.